flavor kept audience glued to their screens. And the man of this mega event, Lionel Messi, needs no introduction. But a very few people really know about his journey that led to greatness. He was born in a not so well-to-do family. He developed a great passion for football very early in his life and started playing for a local football club coached by his father. Later, he was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency. To counter this deficiency, of which he was physically unable to grow, he required a very special, extensive therapy that costed $900 per month. Unfortunately, his parents were unable to afford the treatment, and the club he was playing for refused to sponsor his medical expenses. Even though he was the shortest player on the team, his love for football was limitless. His undeniable talent caught the eye of Barcelona Football Club. His teammates were surprised to see him and looked at him in disbelief at how short he was. But Messi blew away everyone's minds with his ability and talent. He knew that he was born to play football, and the rest is history. Greetings everyone. My name is Goyal, and today I am here to take you on a journey that is filled with passion and perseverance. Every day, I meet so many dynamic kids of my age at my school and in my neighborhood. Looking at them, I question myself. We all have tremendous potential, we all have amazing capabilities, and we all are very intelligent. Then why is it that some of us excel in sports and some don't? Why is it that some of us do well in academics and others don't? Is it because our brains are wired differently? Is it in our genes? Or is it something else? What drives us? What fuels our imagination? Let me ask you this. If I achieve perfect scores in spelling bee contests, or if I win medals at numerous sports events, does this mean that my talent is enough to ensure that I will be a successful person later in my life? On the other hand, if I don't achieve perfect scores and if I don't win medals, does this mean that I will be a failure in life? The answer to both these questions is no. Then what is it that drives empowerment? The answer lies in identifying your passion and pursuing it relentlessly. It is passion and perseverance that pave the path to empowerment. It means recognizing that there is somewhere you want to be and taking that first baby step, a hop, a jump, or a giant leap. With a desire to excel and a passion for greatness, to achieve this, we must first accept the challenge and adopt a positive mindset that this brand new day is filled with so many new opportunities that are sometimes disguised as obstacles. The ability to make excellent choices is the cornerstone of a highly successful person. Many of us fail to realize our dreams, not due to a lack of potential or intelligence, but due to a lack of determination, passion, and hope for the future. The day our passion becomes a dream and dream becomes a goal, success is no longer a pursuit. It's bound to happen. The secret of Lionel Messi's phenomenal success is that he relentlessly pursued his passion and persevered throughout the journey by working extremely hard day after day, month after month, and year after year. There are numerous examples of successful people like Steven Spielberg, J.K. Rowling, Steve Jobs, or Arunima Sinha, who based on their sheer power of passion and perseverance were able to turn obstacles into opportunities. It was their passion and perseverance that empowered them to become the world's highest and greatest achievers. Let me rewind the years a little bit to tell you a bit about myself. I have spent an early part of my childhood in the United Kingdom. We used to live opposite to a public library, and almost every day I used to accompany my mom to this library, and we would come home staggering under the weight of books. Then my mom used to read those books to me. By the time I turned 2, I had my own library card and would spend hours sifting through books, just the way Matilda did. However, the difference is that my parents were always supportive of my endeavors. Unlike Matilda, who was a gifted child, I was just an ordinary girl who was passionate about reading. I became an independent reader at the age of 3 and was devouring many short stories every day. I was so fascinated by the stories and illustrations in picture books. Julia Donaldson, Roald Dahl, and Enid Blyton have been my favorite authors. I always wondered how they were able to create such beautiful stories. At bedtime, usually the parents put kids to bed by narrating stories. In my case, I used to tell my parents stories from my own imagination almost every day, just before going to sleep. I think my parents liked my stories, so they started recording them, and then they encouraged me to pen them down. This was how my passion for reading culminated into my passion for writing. Many times I would write something, which when I read later on will not make sense to me. But my parents never let my disappointment become a hindrance in pursuing my passion of becoming an author. They taught me that it is very important for one to make mistakes and learn from them. That it is very important to try again and again. That's how I learned the meaning of perseverance. It is this hunger, this passion, this perseverance that empowered me to pen down my first ever short story, which culminated in me becoming the youngest author in my school. Thank you. One thing that my parents impressed upon me from an early age was that I needed to be passionate about my goal, work twice as hard, and believe just as much to fulfill my dreams. Every single day, they remind me to carry my head on my shoulders, to be humble, to continuously work hard, and understand that learning is a lifelong journey. They foster in me to tend to my own business and keep focused on the goal. Apart from hard work, intelligence, and good communication, passion and perseverance play an important role in one's success, and these qualities can be cultivated over time. Parents, you have the onus to create safe and positive learning environments for us children to try and continue new activities that might seem challenging by modeling a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset. According to the studies conducted by psychologist Carol Dweck, there are two types of mentalities that can play a huge role in how well you do in life. The more pessimistic fixed mindset versus the optimistic growth mindset. The growth mindset is a belief that with effort, one can grow one's capability, intelligence, and talent. Whereas The fixed mindset is when you believe that you are born with a set amount of talent, intelligence, and competence that you can never change. Highly successful people's crowning achievements stem from the optimistic growth mindset. As our parents, we request you to please help us identify our passions and hone our skills so that the innate potential that we possess can be harnessed to the maximum possible extent. We have that uniqueness, but maybe we are too little to identify it yet. So we rely on you, we depend on you, you with being the best guides to help us find our passion and cultivate perseverance. Giving your child a chance to fail and bounce back is one of the greatest gifts that you can give as a parent. Allow them to feel discomfort. Allow them to go through the emotions of disappointment and confusion. Then, help them figure out the next steps to make the situation better and more productive. It is within this learning process that children will develop passion, perseverance, resilience, and true grit, which will lead them in the direction of success for the future. It now brings us to the obvious question that how do we inculcate qualities of passion and perseverance in children? Renowned psychologist Angela Duckworth defines passion and perseverance for long-term goals as grit. It's having stamina and sticking with one's goals day in, day out. Grit and resilience are not qualities that kids either have or don't have. They are skills that kids can learn and develop as they grow. I now invite all the beloved parents here to focus on discovering where the passion of their children lie. Help your child to find a passion. Most young children do not have a passion. Passion does not necessarily mean that children have to love every single aspect, nuance of the interest being pursued. They might find it tedious, boring, irritating, or frustrating. This is where, as a parent, you can help them develop those passions at an early age and help them find their passion. Take your child out of their comfort zone. Parents, please encourage your children to try and continue new activities that might seem challenging. Your encouragement will boost their confidence and give them a chance to prove that they can do anything. Give them a chance to pursue at least one difficult thing, an activity that requires discipline to practice. Let your kid get frustrated. I know that, as parents, you hate to see your kids struggling, but taking risks and struggling is an important way for us children to learn. When the child is frustrated and finds it difficult to learn, resist the urge to jump in and do not allow them to quit at the first sign of discomfort. Teach that failing is okay. Talking to your child about your own failures will help them understand that failing is okay. Failure is not permanent. Harsh words such as, "you did that wrong," are harmful and demotivating. Studies have shown that it harms their self-esteem and discourages them from trying again. Teach your child to use positive words such as "not yet" instead of "can't." Praise effort, not accomplishments. The goal of a task is not perfection, and if you intervene constantly, your child will realize that you do not have confidence in their abilities. Teach them that the highest achievers in the world were relentless and determined. They persevered through obstacles, difficulty, and hardships. Kaizen is a Japanese term that means constant and never-ending improvement. People with perseverance embody Kaizen. They are constantly looking to challenge themselves, climb higher, improve, and get better at what they do. Be a gritty parent. We all know that kids learn from parents more than we can assume. Show kids that you take on tasks that are sometimes scary, that you sometimes struggle or fail, and then bounce back. Teach them resilience and make them understand that failing is nothing to be afraid of. Break down big goals into smaller, manageable steps. The best way to help kids learn is to break down big goals into smaller, manageable goals and recognize their progress. For example, your child may have a goal to improve their reading skills. Parents can develop smaller, more specific, attainable goals such as, my child will increase reading stamina by reading 2 pages per week. I will now leave you with these final thoughts on passion and perseverance. Never say never. Never give up on your dreams. Keep going, keep striving, keep persisting. Quit quitting. Quitters never win and winners never quit. Do not quit when obstacles arise. Persevere. Trust yourself and your vision until the goal is accomplished. Our talent, intelligence, and physical fitness do not determine our success. Passion and perseverance do. When you incorporate both passion and never-ending perseverance into your life, there are no limits to what you can accomplish. So find your passion, persevere in it, and feel empowered. Thank you.